Live. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hello, hello. How are you, all of you wonderful, wonderful people? It is your boy, Rylionn and Wookie, of course, tonight. So tonight we are VCL round two. It is Calm Legends versus Team Cosmic Remix. Wookie, how are you
Yeah,
feeling tonight about this matchup? I mean, week two, like,
feeling
break it down.
pretty spicy. This is gonna be a nice change of pace from the PCL games.
Yeah,
Some high elo gameplay. This is the premier Platinum and Diamond League, so just waiting for everybody to get in the lobby now. We should have the game set up soon, but let's talk about the teams first.
absolutely. So, first, who do you want to talk about?
Oh, we could talk about Calm Legends. Give me their lineup right now.
Okay, hold on just one moment for me. I have Cosmic Remixes lineup at the moment, so I could talk about them if you want to
Okay,
go ahead and
sure.
bring that up. So we have I'm gonna mispronounce so many people's names, but we'll start with Ponyboy. It looks like here as one of the I'm sorry, it looks like that is going to be their support player, I believe. If not, their jungler. They have a mixture here between Soraka. I see a lot of Talia play, Lilia play as well, but a lot of Hecarim plays. 75% win rate on Hecarim. I mean, do you expect to see them pull out the Hecarim here tonight, Ponyboy, specifically?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of in the name, I guess. And Hecarim is a pretty good team
Good
fighter
point.
as well. Brings a lot of utility to the team and setting up ganks and all that. So looking forward to that being banned. uh,
Possibly.
so we'll see. I mean, it all depends on what the other team wants to do with those bans.
We
And
did see Yumi come through for Mustard Cat, so who knows, at this point. I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of other very important picks, to get banned out. Zeri being one of them, in my opinion. She is just too ridiculous and too unpredictable. And like you said, not too many counters earlier, like in the recap. So, but next up,
that's
we do
true.
have next Shovi. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Next Shovi, I believe they're going to be here
Chovy.
in the
I think
mid
it's
lane.
Chovy.
Chovy, thank you very
Yeah.
much. NBA Ray, L9 Momo Harmoon. And then six, I'm just gonna call them impulsivus. That's impulsives. That sounds good to me, impulsives.
Hmm.
But yes, that is the lineup we have so far for Team Cosmic Remix. And I mean, these players, individually, and they are higher elo. I mean, gameplay wise, like, how do you feel about this team overall at this point
I
so far?
I think it's a pretty strong team. I mean, I don't know them very well, and they
Right.
have had a little bit of a roster change. Their previous captain stepped down. Ponyboy is now their team captain. So I'm looking
Okay.
forward to what he brings to the table. In the name, I mean, like you said, Hecarim, like that shows me that there's a leader in
Oh
that.
yeah.
Just being
I
the
mean,
team fighting menace that he is. He could definitely lead a team. And looking at the rest of the lineup, I mean, we got some strong players here. I'm looking forward to seeing their gameplay. But run me through the other team because we do have Calm Legends on the other hand, who also is bringing a strong team into this.
so for Calm Legends, let me go ahead and get them pulled back up here real quick. I apologize. But it looks like we do have NA's first Yasuo, so I definitely expect some Yasuo gameplay, obviously. And man, they have so many players though. I apologize. Let me go ahead and get rid of you. One, two. I believe Mitski is also going to be on their team. They have Fonzo, Aslor, King Ravarus, Mitski, Nodal, and then they have as one of the subs Slam Dapoon as well. Some of these league names, I love them, and overall as a team, they have really good win rates. Definitely some strong players. I mean, that's exactly what you expect from high elo teams. That's the reason why they are in that high elo. It definitely looks like we have a lot of Victor gameplay. I like to see the heavy AP. I mean, we have double Diana gameplay as well, so that's going to be a mixture there. We have a mid or jungle use. I like that very well coming out of this team. Support wise, we do see a lot of Rakan coming out of Mitski. Thresh. We have not seen a lot of Thresh this season overall. That's not really one that I've even seen in solo queue or even in flex queue. Like, do you even run into a lot of Threshes anymore? Like personally?
Oh yeah, Thresh is still a staple pick for support. I mean, he's bread and butter, standard support pick, just beside Leona, pretty much.
Okay.
So
I still don't see her either. I see a lot of caster supports, and if I'm gonna see a tank, it's most of the time it's Nautilus if I'm gonna be on, or Blitzcrank because the Victoria skin that just came out. So I just see a lot of
It's
those
true.
two primarily, but or Xerath, Brand, a lot of people I guess in the silver are gonna be like just trying to go that more aggro pick, rather than a utility pick like Thresh. But I love Thresh overall. I think he is universally really great. But I mean, this team looks really well balanced. They have a lot of wombo combo action. It looks like, and I'm excited to see this team play out. How about what are your thoughts on them?
I'm definitely excited for this team. Don't know too much about them. I know we like drafted a couple of them during the tryouts, uh, and looking at their gameplay from back then is I am excited to see what they can bring to the table. This being the first like showing for me,
Right.
for Com Legends. So definitely, I think I remember like Invasive being a very strong character or person for the lane that they're playing. So
Okay.
definitely looking forward to that. We're just remaking the lobby real quick, so hopefully have everyone in. There is a
Yeah.
lot of bugs happening, uh, but yeah,
In the league client overall, but yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, just going into this matchup though, and looking at both the teams, looking at the lineups and everything, how are you feeling? Who are you leaning towards? Favorite wise, in this
Ooh,
matchup in the best of three.
that is a hard one. I think it's gonna go 2-1. I think it's gonna go 2-1
Oh,
in favor of. I want to say Team Cosmic. I'm gonna say Team Cosmic Remix. I think they were 2-0'd if I remember correctly in the first um, week. So I'm looking
okay.
forward to see what they can bring with this new lineup that they have.
Okay, no, completely understandable. And I just think that getting 2-0 is going to give them more of that urge to do better, and that more of that drive. So I think they're going to want to go ahead and get some points on the board, like you said. So maybe 2-1. I definitely expect some blood to be drawn. I would like to see a game three, obviously for selfish reasons. So that would be nice.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think this is gonna go in Team Cosmic Remix's favor. Just because like I said, I like that underdog story a little bit more. I want to see them on the board. I want to see them go ahead and get something up there, so that way they can serve as some kind of barrier and well round out this entire Plat League here. So I'm excited
it's
for it
true.
overall.
That's very true. I'm excited. We're gonna get draft started here in a little bit, and
Okay.
then we'll have predictions. And if you weren't aware, there is a another way you can spend channel points that we developed the other day, where if you donate, I think it's a max of 2,000. There is there is a goal that you can reach for everyone to pitch into. It's 100K points, channel points, and Rylionn and I have to do a hot tub stream. So that's pretty exciting. During the recap this week, there was a lot of points already dished out. I think we're like 10% of the way there already, so that's pretty exciting. So go ahead and do that as well.
Yep, looking forward
And
to
yeah.
that. Thank you. And I just found out yesterday,
Yeah.
along with all of you, when he announced it. So it definitely caught me off guard.
A little bit of a
But
surprise, but we'll make it work. We'll make it
I'm
work.
excited for it. I'm ready for it. Go ahead. Get those channel points spent.
Yeah. While we're waiting for the teams to get in, I am going to talk a little bit about the I guess the teams themselves and what kind of champions they've been picking recently, and kind of talk about the meta too, because there was a
Okay.
patch today, and the
Yes.
patch is kind of extensive for a patch. I mean, Renata obviously is disabled. She comes out tomorrow,
Okay.
and for 2 weeks at least.
Right.
And then there's a few important nerfs, and important buffs, like the nerf to say, I think it was what was the most important? I think the most important nerf was probably, I'd say, to Zeri. Zeri had a huge nerf, and
She's
a lot
still
of
a
people have
menace.
been. I mean, I don't know. Have you tried her today? Because I mean, it's the first day of the patch.
No, no, I haven't even tried her at all. I've only gone up against her, and at first it's like okay, but then the movement speed just became more and more of a problem. People got used to it. and now she's running like 4,000 miles an hour all over the place, and it's just like, all right, let's I mean, I don't know. So we'll see though.
Yeah, we will see. Did get word that TCR will be starting on red side, and Calm Legends will be on blue side. Team Cosmic Remix obviously has the side selection because they're lower in the standings,
Yes,
and we're
sir.
just waiting to get into draft. Let me just make sure the teams are ready,
Yeah, they are.
and they're piling in. It's a little
Yep,
bit slow, but we're
but
getting
they're
there.
getting there.
So yeah, I want to talk more about the meta now, and there was a nerf to Vigar, there was a nerf to I think uh, Kiana. Kiana has been pretty staple.
Pick right now. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, in higher elo, and she actually got nerfed because of it. The scaling I think on her AD passive got nerfed a little bit, so it's definitely we're not gonna see as much for Kiana players to shine in solo queue at least. I don't know
Yep,
how much that really affects team play because Kiana is still such a good jungler,
absolutely.
setting up ultimates that are gonna knock everybody into the wall, and
And
it's just
stun
so
them.
much utility. Yeah, it's just so
Oh
much
yeah.
utility, especially in team play because people are coordinated and they know like, hey, he's gonna knock him into this wall, and then you
Hmm.
could follow up with all of your other uh, abilities, what have you. So
Absolutely.
definitely looking forward to not seeing that in solo queue because
Yeah.
I do not like Kiana. Playing against her is absolute pain.
I think we're still
Um,
gonna see her though.
yeah, we probably will. If some of these players do play them. And some of the buffs that went through, I want to talk about because Lucian Nami got buffed,
Oh,
and
okay.
that,
That's pretty big.
yeah, and they have started draft, so we'll get right into it. Uh, yeah, Lucian Nami got buffed, so I do expect we see that maybe even here as the teams are starting off with their bans.
I mean,
Um,
the utility is still there though. I know the um like other members are still very important. Like the Ash slows, like we were talking about earlier yesterday in Team Gap. You know, Caitlyn range is still pretty ridiculous. It just depends on the synergy that the bot lane really has together. But
that's
let's
true.
go ahead and see. All right,
That's very
Yone
true.
is going to be the first one banned out on the side of. Oh, it looks like CL is actually going to be on blue. Okay, like you said, TCR is going to be on red.
Yep.
And then Trundle here is going to be the first one banned out here for the side of TCR. I think these are two pretty big, important ones. Trundle's been a huge menace all over the place. I've seen him a lot. We've used him a lot as well, and we have seen him in previous games in the other leagues, I believe, in VCL. Oh,
Yep.
both brothers. Thank
Ah.
goodness. I am so proud. I could not be any happier if I was going up against, or if I was on the side of CL right now, banning out Yone and Yasuo.
It's definitely interesting bands because we don't actually see a lot of the brothers in high elo gameplay. I feel,
Okay,
but we got standard bands on the other side. Jinx still a strong pick, and ADC Trundle
absolutely.
still a tank, a menace to tanks, and stealing
Hmm.
all those resistances. You kind of just get locked down if you're not trying to go for the tank route and the team fighting route, which is kind of what they're looking at. Diana also banned away too to kind of pressure the. I think that as a targeted ban towards invasive. I think invasive plays a lot of Diana
Yes.
in the mid lane. So probably I could see that being a relevant ban because Diana is still such a menace. I mean, she's got a lot. Like she's kind of grown in the ranks of competitive play. I think a little bit. But Caitlyn gonna be the first picked up for Calm Legends.
There you go.
Uh, you know, standard start. It might even go well with the Morgana here. And we do see that Hecarim was banned too, so Ponyboy not
Yeah, I
going to
was
be
gonna
on
say.
the pony. Uh, so yeah, Jin Nautilus. It's a
Ooh.
pretty good combo right there. I mean, this is a really good angle for several champions here to counter that bot lane. So we'll see what they pick, or they could go the route to just kind of blind pick jungle here. They are gonna pair it
Oh.
looks like with the Rel. I wonder if the support a Sutpid Sutpid idiot is going to uh, do well on that. Hasn't really had a lot of rel in their history, so I'm kind of curious of what the choice was for that pick, but we'll have to see.
Maybe it's more of just like a reactionary pick, so they know Nautilus is going to be landing something,
Right.
right? So that means Nautilus is either going to be hitting the Caitlyn or hitting the Rel. And Nocturne, very good pick, I
Nocturne.
believe, on the side of CL. I did see that their win rate was pretty ridiculous with it. I also like the global ulti. You know, that's also going to lock down the Nautilus. You know, after he engages, it's really going to stifle that combo if they are close enough or if they're there to set that up. But
That's true.
sometimes luck prevails, and you happen to get that lucky darkness for no good reason.
Lucky darkness. But yeah,
And then
it's
Udier to
looking
follow up.
pretty interesting. I think Udyr is actually kind of he's dropped out a lot during the meta
Oh yeah,
over the past year, ever
yeah,
since he just shot up in popularity. But now that he's gotten a few nerfs in, I think he's in a stable spot. I think he's really
understandable.
just there to kind of invade and make sure that Nocturne doesn't get to 6 as much as possible,
Yeah,
or at least shut him down before he hits 6. So I could see the pick there being relevant. I really going to be banned out from Team Cosmic Remix. I think that's targeted towards their mid laner.
yes it
Not
is.
yeah. So it's tit for tat right there. It's looking good for the draft so far. Shen and the globals, both globals are just gonna go right
Goodbye.
off the bans. That's a very very good response, I feel, because
Absolutely.
having three globals, you don't want that. You don't want
Uh,
that.
we've seen that plenty of times in the Silver League. They got away with it too many times. In this league, I definitely don't expect to see it
Yeah,
much. They shut that down pretty quick.
they did, and appropriate response, as it looks like Fiora is gonna be banned for the top laner of TCR. We'll see what they blind here. I expect it might be the top laner so they can have their mid laner counter pick, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Or they could pick something that's a flex.
That's true. The
And
Diana pick was a flex between the mid and the jungle on the side of CL, if I'm
yeah,
not mistaken. So, that's definitely something that they didn't want to risk. Um, okay. So they're gonna go ahead and pick the set on the
set.
side of
Okay.
Cosmic Remix. Very nice. That's a strong top laner. Very good for either split pushing, and sometimes he's even good for disrupting team fights. You know what I mean? He can pull
Yep.
them in. He can go ahead and haymaker. He has a fat shield that spreads everybody. You know, it's just like everybody. Right as soon as you throw that thing up, everybody runs. It's like, okay, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
it's just he has a lot of utility and a lot of damage up front, so it's a good pick. And ooh,
Now that's an
Vex.
interesting pick, Vex. I wonder if it's just because they're
Wow.
comfortable on Vex,
Hmm.
but they don't really have a lot of dashes on the other side. Like for just running at you champions really on that side. And okay, the
Ari,
Ari I guess is gonna be the response.
5.
Ari did get changed. I mean that is
She has a couple of dashes in there.
yeah, oh yeah. So maybe that's probably just the comfort pick, I would assume, or maybe just utilizing the strength. Oh, never mind. They're gonna pick
They
Vladimir.
hovered Ari, and
They
yep,
hovered the Arya. They tricked us.
they did.
But yeah, that is a really interesting lineup here. I'm gonna throw up the predictions now in a second here. But who's gonna take game one? Do you think?
Okay, so let me take a hard look. One thing quickly that I see right off rip is on the side of TCR, you have a lot of tanks, which means the later this game goes, the worse it's going to be for the side of CL. Now, CL also has a lot of assassins and a lot of damage on their side. Not saying that TCR doesn't, but just looking quick, Nocturne, an assassin. Vex, pretty much an assassin. Aatrox, he's more of a bruiser, if anything. He's
Yeah.
really good at trading, but Caitlyn really good at poking, and just Rel, as the super tank as she is, later in game, of course.
Yep.
But TCR has just way more tank, uh, way more tank. I mean, Vlad can be a tank. Set has like essentially double his health bar because of his shield. Udyr, the later this game goes, the bigger the problem he becomes, and then of course Nautilus. The only thing is like I wish they had a little bit more follow up with damage. So Jin, he's very
Yeah.
strong, but he is not the DPS. Like if they had a Vayne, that would be very 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 nasty late game. Or I know they banned out the Jinx themselves, but Xayah, somebody that can get a lot of damage. Tristana, would have been so good here. I think on the side of TCR.
Okay. Yeah, I think both teams have a strong late game scaler. Vladimir and Vex come to mind. Jin as well.
Yep.
And I mean, they're team fighting on both sides. I think a lot of these lanes are going to be chaotic. I mean, you have Aatrox versus Set. That's a chaotic lane. You have
Yes.
Vlad and Vex. I think that's also a chaotic lane. You have Caitlyn and Rel versus Jin and Nautilus. Also a chaotic lane.
A lot
Udyr
of
versus
action.
Nocturne. A lot of action. I think this game is going to be packed full for the entertainment purposes, no doubt.
But to answer your question directly, I'm going to go with the side of TCR for game number one. I just really
Okay.
like their setup. The later the game goes, the Udyr Vlad combo along with Jin, I mean, I think is going to be enough to pop anything that they have. Nocturne won't be that big of a problem, late game. Caitlyn won't be able to get enough dashes or enough peel. There just isn't enough to hold them all back. Set can very quickly get to the back line while tanking a part of their front line with them, and that's just going to allow the rest of TCR to just boop, 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 boop.
Right.
Nautilus doesn't even have to go in at all. He's just going to be the straight up meat shield for Jin, and then Jin's going to just constantly just 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it
Yeah,
from the back if he needs.
I feel like I have to give this like this is a hard one to give it to because there's so many lanes that are really dependent on who gets ahead first. But I think I'm gonna have to give it to Calm Legends because I feel like if they
Ooh.
can pull off a nice early game, with the Caitlyn, with the Nocturne, they can definitely pop off and just let Aatrox kind of split push Monster and receive the ganks. But he's strong, so he'll outmaneuver them somehow. I definitely feel like that's a possibility. But we'll have to see. I am gonna give it to Calm Legends for this first game, but I guess we'll have to see as Spectre is about to go in. And one final question:
Yeah.
which lane are we looking forward to the most? What do you think?
Ah, all right. So outside of my bias, which is the ADC role in the bot lane, of course, in general, I'm looking forward to top lane the most. The
Okay.
Aatrox set, that is gonna be an absolute banger. Like you said, it's just gonna be a lot of action, and the sustain from Aatrox, is that gonna be enough early game to withstand the amount of damage that Set does and true damage? Because Aatrox kind of
Yep.
pulls him to the middle, and Set doesn't really care because he wants to be centered. So it's just like that takes a lot away from Aatrox. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to
It's
be
gonna be
interesting. I,
interesting.
I I think that's where direct to camera will be at the most.
All right. I
What
mean,
about you?
for the past few streams that have had the pleasure of producing for, it's the directed camera seems to want to always go bot lane. So I'm
Ooh.
looking at bot lane honestly. I mean, I'm really excited to see what the new member of Com Legends, or the newest member, excuse me, I guess it's June 11B. I guess we'll call him. The bot lane is kind of recent, so hopefully they can finagle that early game into netting a lot of kills for themselves. And there's definitely got to be a lot of action down there because you have Rel who wants to go in and Nautilus who wants to go in. So we'll have to
That's
see.
true. Yeah, it's going to be a banger. Absolutely.
All right. Well, with that, we're gonna take it to a short break for the Spectre delay and get us into game. But when we're back, we're in game one of Calm Legends versus Team Cosmic Remix. Don't go anywhere. We're out.
All right, hello, welcome back, all you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and Wookie Monster here as your tonight's casts. Once again, it is Team Cosmic Remix versus Calm Legends. Cosmic Legends is going to be on the side of blue, and Team Cosmic Remix is on the side of red here for match number 1. It looks like we have a 5-man defense for the side of Team Calm Legends, and an invade for the side of Team Cosmic Remix, but they're backing off. Just wanted to get some deep vision there, so we
Oh,
almost had some deep action.
looks like we do have a nice ward there.
Mm-hmm.
But they won't wait. Okay. Yeah, there's a nice ward. So they know that Send Aaron is going to start red and then make his way upward. I think that was actually spotted out. There's a couple pings going off.
Yeah, I think
For
they
that blue
assume
zone.
it. I think they asked him to go ahead and ping it, and I don't know if they actually know that that they have that deep board though. They don't have any sweepers.
Yeah, they do not. But yeah, this is gonna be. I expect this to be a chaotic start for the top lane and the bottom lane. So I definitely want to keep an eye on those, as it looks like Send Aaron is gonna do a full clear. I do expect that Ponyboy might reach the other side of the map a little bit faster, as we know that Nocturne does want to hit level 6 as soon as possible. And here we go already, a couple of trades going up in the top lane. Pretty standard summoner spells throughout. We do see a Conquer Nocturne, which I thought was a little bit interesting, because I feel like, you know, if that means that he's going the Bruiser route, which isn't, I feel like it isn't as strong as the Assassin route, but it's like a lot of level 2s hitting. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, a lot of trades happening all across the map, but mid lane here looking spicier than ever. Iox, I'm gonna say his name right. Ionksa V9.
Yep.
Ionksa versus invasive, or invasive. Yeah, there we go. Oof.
Yep.
Invasive. Yeah. I mean, they have some spicy trades going on there in the mid lane, and you know, they're able to heal up and whatnot. But the poking is just kind of ridiculous on the side of invasive, and the only dilemma is that he has mana while Ionksa has none. So it's just dependent on his health. And
yeah, it really does. Okay.
That's what I was literally just talking about. He wants to get pulled in. He was like, "I bet, pull me in the middle. I want that."
Yeah, it's interesting because Aatrox has kind of the range, quote-unquote, range advantage with the Qs. Right. And, I mean, we already see the CS differential. I mean, I know that the wave is being pushed into tower, but this is going to allow so much pressure for Send Aaron to get that scuttle up there. And it looks like, okay, it looks like Ponyboy is going to receive the other scuttle on the other side, and he did partially do a full clear. He didn't get his wolves, interestingly enough. But I wonder, it looks like mid lane is the target here. Possibly
I think it might
for
be
both
warded.
Junglers. Possibly for both junglers here, as directly.
So I have a 2v2 in the mid lane here as our first battle, and okay, gonna go ahead and go towards bot lane. Ponyboy is gonna go ahead and run down the Nocturne, but he is gonna get away. Vex now. Director camera has plans otherwise happening in the top lane. Next, Chovy though is gonna get down real low. The Conqueror Stack's gonna come through. The flash forward. The Haymaker almost kills him. True damage doesn't come through. True enough. Gets very low. Both flash to get away. Ignite not yet used by first Yasuo here. Chovy looking real good though. He's able to heal up with those Conqueror stacks, and he just has a little bit more than Yasuo does at the moment. So I don't know if I'd be playing with fire. Oh,
they're definitely playing with fire. I mean, they know that the junglers are not on that side of the map. They already cleared both sides. I mean, Udyr just pretty much went back, so they're actually free to do this. The problem is that Set has that nice passive that lets him regen a lot of health when you're low on health.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of risky for Yasuo to still be there. However, it doesn't look like there's any action in the bot lane here.
Very nice. All right, Rylionn engages though onto the Nautilus and gets a nice stun off onto Impulse, but he is able to walk away. Really nice. Rel without her horse is not a whole lot she can do. Takes a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Ponyboy and Send Aaron are going to have a battle of their own. Very nice. Doesn't get the stun off, unfortunately. Spell Shield doesn't get hit up either. Ponyboy forced to retreat down to about 20% health. Very nice. And back in top lane. I mean, there's a wave pushing up, but he's just sitting back, gaining passive experience, so he isn't missing out a whole lot. And like you said, he has that quote-unquote rage advantage, but it doesn't matter. The third combo comes in from side of first Yasuo, and he is going to get that first blood at the 5.5-minute mark. Finally, we have some action happening up on the board.
Crazy.
Different than our other leagues, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, this is you know, diamonds playing with platinums, and it's gonna be a lot calmer. But I mean, that was a lot of damage from NA's first Yasuo. Definitely knows how to pull the trigger. I mean, he's getting all this healing, but he's overstayed.
He's gonna go in and run down at his first Yasuo to see if he can get some revenge back from what happened. Dashes out of the Haymaker, but Ponyboy is there to go ahead and follow up. Is he able to get away? He's just going to run at the tower stuff. He doesn't want to give him an assist. Smart move. 1 for 1. Next Chovy able to avenge himself at least. So, I can't blame him. Why fight if you're just going to give up an assist? That's more gold for the team overall. Smart moves that also don't happen in other leagues that I didn't even think about. It's like, nah, run straight at the tower, just die.
Yep.
You're going to die anyways, you know?
You're going to die anyways. You might as well not give an assist. And assists do have gold attached to them. Good play. And it's actually really good that he was able to get the revenge kill, because now he stands a little bit more of a chance in getting this wave into tower. I know that Aatrox has just returned, so you're going to pick up all of that, but it definitely would affect the lane a lot heavier if he didn't get that trade kill back.
Okay, and we have someone pointing out that Nocturne is near top side, and Set is going to go ahead and take his gold and back up there. He is returning with about 2,400 gold in pocket. No, I'm sorry, it was about 800 gold in pocket. Doesn't have teleport available, so he does have to walk back. So this is going to allow that wave to push in, and Aatrox is already at a huge CS advantage over Set right now.
So this is where it kind of, you know, that back was, it might not have looked trolled a little bit, but he wasn't gonna get anywhere else with, you know, Aatrox running back with full HP. He actually isn't even gonna pick up the wave, it looks like. He's just kind of contesting Aatrox in that Tribush there, interestingly enough. He's saving the pink.
Next Chovy, and here we go. A lot of action happening in the top lane here. Very nice. Ulti comes in from next Chovy. He is down to the wire now. The grid is just lasting a little bit longer. No, he is able to dash away. A lot of use, but nothing gained. It looks like a stupid idiot is caught out. Does try to dash out. Is getting super low. Ponyboy focusing down Junbi. June forced to flash. Now it's going to be a 3v1. Jin's going to pick up the ulti. Here comes the darkness from Send. Aaron, he's going to go ahead and engage. Flashes over the walls to try to get away. Very nice. Vlad roam just for that fellow support here on the bot lane. It turned from a 3v2 into a 4v3 situation very quickly. Great roams by everybody, and only 1 death overall. So very nice. Very nice pickup.
Yeah, very nice pickup, and that means that they are possibly going to go for this dragon. They do have the man advantage, you know, but the wave is pushing the tower. That's the only problem. And Vlad has returned to mid lane. So we'll have to see who the first dragon is going to. And yeah, still low health bars on the top side, as directed camera wants to show us.
Man, I don't know what's happening in the top side here. I mean, we saw any first Yasuo with a lot of health comes back. He's at like 30%. So, you know, we always knew that there was going to be a lot of action happening in the top lane anyways, but he has the ability to give up a few of these minions without missing out on a whole lot. He's, you know, on average about 15 minions ahead most of the time anyways. So that's essentially a whole kill. And he's in a really good spot. I don't know why he doesn't just back for the time being. I mean, he has a good amount of gold to spend. He's not going to be missing out on a whole lot. A nice big wave will be crashing into him. You know, it'll be frozen in a good spot. You think he's just wanting the experience? Like, would you be staying?
I mean, he does have both summoners up. He's trying to bait. I think he's trying to bait Chovy into making an all-in commitment.
Oh, the fear's going to go ahead and land on Ianxa here. He's getting super low. He's not going to have enough sustain to stay in lane. That poking from Vex is going to get more and more crazy as time moves forward. She doesn't even have any magic penetration yet. And I'm not a big fan of the Dark Seal buy. Just as a player overall, I feel like it's a big risk. And depending on what team is, very
no!
Stole the kill. Very nice move from Ponyboy. I did see Momo go ahead and try to disrupt it, but I thought he was going to get it in time, and Momo's going to go ahead and pick up the kill onto Aaron. Very nice follow-up from Ponyboy, and just to show up and steal it. Ianxa couldn't really follow up. He couldn't really roam because he was, as you could tell, very low. So, great move from the side.
Wait a minute.
Of Cosmic Remix, and he is going to go ahead and follow up ultis, tries to pull, get away. I don't know if that was a great move. He's just spending more of his health than he needs to. The Haymaker's going to go ahead and land, but Yasuo has too much damage. The Conqueror stack coming in clutch there, along with the Ignite, and just shuts him down. Next Chovy couldn't stand a chance. He's behind by 20 farm now. 2 kills on the side of Aatrox, and this is going to be huge. So flash forward from the side of Stupid Idiot, and it looks like First Yow's going to be in a 2v1 situation. Ponyboy there to follow up, getting super low, forced to flash, doesn't have the ulti, doesn't have Ignite, has nothing. Great hook from Momo, and is he going to fall? Yes, he is. Almost picks up the kill on Ponyboy, but it is the other way. Dodges it, happy feet on a Stupid, and very nice. Almost picks up the kill with the W, but no. And it's Sutput. I'm sorry, it's Sutpid. My brain is just reading that. It's, just,
stupid,
it's set up that way to do it, but it's Sutpid. Sutpid.
Sutpid. But yeah, interesting fights across the map. You know, NA's first Yasuo now has died twice, and it's only because of revenge kills, where the jungler roams up and kills him right after he just gets the solo kill. I feel like it's good for him because at least he gets the kill, but maybe he kind of overstays. And I mean, First Dragon does go over to that the side of Calm Legends, so at least the team is kind of following up with where the jungler's at and what objectives to take while the jungler is topside. But it looks like, oh no, mid lane.
Oh yeah, Momo's gonna go ahead. Yep, flash over the wall into the mid lane here. Very nice. We have an all-out engage, but that is a ridiculous fear. Very nice. The tower's gonna go ahead and focus down Chovy, and he's gonna go ahead and move on over to Ionsa now. Is it gonna be a 2-for-1? No, it is not. Oh, Ponyboy, is he able to get away? Yes, he is. Very nice. It is going to be a 1-for-2 situation here. For the side of Cosmic Remix. Very nice overall. I like the teamwork for Cosmic Remix. Like, they're doing a very, very, very good job. And they're going to catch out Rel, looks like. Sutpid. Very nice. June's going to go ahead and use the heal, but is it going to be enough? The traps go down, but they do navigate it. Ponyboy, happy feet over here. Lands the stun on over from the bear stance. There it is. But, I mean, he's getting poked down quite heavily. Very nice. Steps into tower range. June's gonna go ahead and try poking that. She doesn't have enough damage as of yet, just the noon quiver, and Chovy just teleports to his own demise, already at 50% health. Right as soon as he shows up, just action everywhere. I thought this was gonna be a much slower paced game. I was very wrong. Just action happening on all sides of the map, and TCR is just benefiting. Dex is gonna go ahead and ulti onto Momo, gets the root on from the Everfrost, but no follow-up damage just yet. With the 60 damage, but not enough. Ponyboy said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bear stance you. Meet me in the jungle. She does get the fear on. Very nice engage from Sutpid there. Ionsa to follow up. Doesn't have ulti, unfortunately, to follow. Ponyboy, but they sliver of health. Ionsa flashes. Can he get it? No. He is not able to. Oh, he does get away. Very nice. Ionsa also with the sliver of health. I mean, they are not able to pick up either Udyr, Ponyboy, or Ionsa. I mean, you know that they're just not tilted, but they are just like, oh, I need that kill so bad. Just shut down gold, everything.
That was just so unfortunate. And I mean, credit to Calm Legends, they actually almost got the kills, but almost is only almost, and it's not gonna cut it.
Unfortunately not. Ace in the hole, I don't know if she had enough mana, though, at the time. I mean, it looks like she does now, but maybe not during the situation there, or she just wasn't in range. But 2 members, though. Very nice. I like the roams coming in from the side of Momo. We do have Aaron engaged, but I think he focuses around target, though. Momo's a little bit tankier than most. Invasive, though, trying to hit the stun. Doesn't land it, though. The fear goes through. Is he able to hook to his safety? Aaron's going to go ahead and engage under tower. The stun does come through. Ponyboy, though, is going to follow up. Very nice engage from Set. Chovy's going to get a lot of damage. The Haymaker's going to come through. Double fear. Very nice. The combo comes out, but the Conqueror is not going to be enough. Invasive now being chased down by Ionsa in his own jungle. Picks up the kill easy and moves forward. They are only ahead, though, by about 1,000 gold. That's how much that they're ahead by in CS count on the side of Calm Legends. And I commend them for that, because in kills it is 4-9, so you would think that TCR would be overwhelmingly stomping them, but they're doing a great job keeping up, or at least maintaining with them.
That is very true, and I mean, this is a very chaotic game, only because, I think it's only because there's just chaotic champions. I mean, Aatrox, like I said, every time these champions hit level 6, they're gonna want to fight, and look at the level advantage on the side of Ponyboy and Ionsa. I mean, level 11, level 10 to that send to Aaron level 8. He kind of got behind and crushed a little bit by this Udyr. And now
Oh,
Dragon's
yeah.
coming up, so a fight's about to erupt, I feel.
Momo getting caught out by Yasuo here, down to half health already. Dragon's going to be up in about 20 seconds, like you said. Vex is going to go ahead and ulti Momo. Not a good look for him. Everfrost does land, and Aaron's going to pick up that kill. Very nice. So it is going to be a 4v5 around this dragon. It is only the second dragon of the game. Though it's an Infernal, I would just give it up. You know, at this point, there's not really a whole lot that they can do.
Yeah, and I mean, this is another dragon going over to the side of Calm Legends. That's very good for them. They're going to want to stack these dragons as much as possible so they can kind of dominate over the late game with Aatrox. I mean, he's not doing fairly well, but he is keeping up in CS. He still has his tower. He's even contesting this Rift Herald.
Yes, we did see Ponyboy steal that Rift Herald earlier, so he's going to go ahead and try to return the favor, but he's going to walk into a 2v1 situation. Very nice. Nocturne's going to go ahead and follow up with the ulti of his own. Udyr's going to go ahead and try running around. He's getting poked out quite hard. Shutdown goes on over to NA's first Yasuo. He's going to try to back out, though, because the rest of the team is showing up. And that ulti just gave out. This is pretty unfortunate.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Okay, I was going to say, he's not even going to try to focus the Aatrox. Tries to pick up the support, but doesn't.
Oh, no.
I mean, the mid laner. Oh, the Showstopper goes through, and he does pick up the kill on NA first Yasuo. Very nice pickup by Shovy.
Yeah, I
didn't
like...
think he was going to use it or not.
I feel like at least one shot from Impulsives would have gone quite well into NA's first Yasuo just to eliminate that threat, but he kind of waited too long. NA's first Yasuo didn't get too much out of that, but he did get 2 kills and stopped the Rift Herald for now. They're going back right at it. Next Chovy doesn't have Smite. Can the steal?
He's gonna go ahead and land it. Very nice engage from Invasive, and the blue team steals Rift Herald the second time. 1 for 1. Next Chovy almost picks it up, but just not enough. Does flash over the wall to get away to safety, but
wow. On
Earth, they said, okay, you do it to us, we're gonna do it right back to you. Very nice moves from Invasive there. I mean, the Shadow Surge, is just perfectly executed. I mean, I think that was like at peak range on the pixel, maybe. I don't even know. But I know that there was not a lot of room for error there.
There definitely wasn't. And yeah, there's a lot of objectives going over to the side of Calm Legends. I wonder where they're going to pop this Rift Herald. It's not the greatest Rift Herald because plates have already fallen. But there's a few good targets. I mean, it looks like mid and top. Well, top just went down, but mid is full health. And bottom lane is about half on the tower there. So we'll have to see where they decide. They could even save it for the next dragon coming up in a couple of minutes here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is quite the game so far. And Ponyboy?
Yeah, he's getting caught out here by the side of Calm Legends. Almost got picked off. I know he was like, all right, I'm ahead in farm. Let me go ahead and run into your jungle real quick. But the rest of the squad showed up, so he's got to be more aware. He didn't have his sweepers available, I think, at that moment in time. So
yeah, they did have a ward on him, but thankfully the plant was there. He kind of used that to get his booty out of there. And now there's 3 down in here in the bot side. I wonder if they're going to respond. They are going to respond. Iongsa,
Oh, yes, he's going to go ahead and engage onto Iongsa. The stun goes off from Sutpid here. June looking very nice damage, staying afar as well. The Paranoia is going to go ahead and land. And a nice crit onto the back line. Down goes Junbi and Sutpid. Unfortunately, now we have a 3v2 situation. Flashes. Aaron, are they going to get away? The Fear does connect right out of tower range, but it wasn't enough. And now it is going to be 3 kills for the side of Team Cosmic Remix. They're trying to go ahead and dive underneath tower. It is not going to be a problem. 3v2.
First. Yeah,
oh,
so
4v2, I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. They're going to go ahead and take it down. And yes, Ponyboy's going to go ahead and take down Invasive. Very nice. Then his first Yasuo forced to back. He's going to try to go ahead and do damage. He might as well, but is it going to be enough? Oh my God, Momo's going to go ahead and fall. The Conqueror Stack's going to come through. Clutch, very nice. He tries to get away. I think he should have just kept on hitting. The sustain should have kept him alive for a little bit longer, but that's all right. Very nice moves from the side of
get a
Calm Legends.
Kill back, and that was a beautiful team fight from Team Cosmic Remix. They know what they're doing. I mean, Iongsa, there must have been very good communication between Iongsa and the rest of the team, because Iongsa just kind of took a lot of CC at the start of that, and then was like, all right, it's fine. We just keep going. And then they followed up, and the rest of the team was there. Send Aaron, I believe, almost got a pick onto Momo, but the tank Nautilus is kind of really brutal, especially with the Bramble Vest there. I'm not sure if that was in that team fight, but definitely negated a lot of the damage, and then Ponyboy followed up. Was able to die at the end, but Dragon's coming up here soon.
Oh, Ghost is going to go to get popped by Ponyboy. They're going to focus down Junbi. Ulti comes through from the Jin as well. Oh my god, down goes Aaron like a balloon gets popped. Very nice hook comes in from Momo onto the Caitlyn. Down goes Junbi. Unfortunately, next Trophy's going to go ahead and use World Ender to try to get away, keep that health regeneration up, but it doesn't matter. Ayangsa has other plans. Next Trophy's going to tank the tower, just takes 2 hits. And meanwhile, doesn't matter. Ponyboy is focusing down the objective, picks up the first tower, or the first dragon of the game for his team, and the rest of them are going to focus on the second tier mid tower and move to Baron. It looks like that would be the move. That's exactly what I'd be calling. 3 members dead here for the next couple of seconds at least.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate for Calm Legends. They had tempo during the early game, but now they're just kind of falling apart to these random skirmishes that are happening around the map. We saw it bot lane. They tried. They did their best, and it was coordinated, but it just wasn't enough. And Send Aaron is pretty far behind on the Nocturne here compared to the Udyr, so it's very definitely tough for them, considering that they want to get as much burst down as possible onto these characters, but they're just all grouped, and they're moving as a team, and now Baron is on the table, but I don't think Calm Legends has an angle on this, but they're going for it anyways.
They are. I mean, they don't have a lot of moves right now. Yeah, they have 2 dragons, but I mean, never mind. They're definitely not going to go for it. They don't have nearly enough tanks or DPS at the moment to try to take this, underneath the noses of the side of Team Cosmic Remix. And very nice Paranoia is going to go ahead and go off as well. It's going to put him at a good advantage. Ponyboy is going to engage on the people that he can. Very nice Vex. He's going to go ahead and use Shadow Surge. And here comes the Hemoglobe as well. Very nice 4-man ulti onto the back line of the side of Cosmic,
wow.
On the side of Calm Legend, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th one, Jin's gonna pick that one up. Triple kill for Impulsives, and that is gonna be a free Baron. 4 members left on the side of Cosmic Remix, and I feel like game number 1 is very safely secured for them here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
They went ahead and forfeited.
Oh. Okay. Awkward.
Yeah, did not know that. Did
Little
not
awkward.
know that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, maybe one of them have to go. I'm not sure. I'll get in contact with the captains, but that is definitely game 1 going over to the side of Team Cosmic Remix. And let's see what happened here.
Yeah, not sure. I mean, yeah, it was looking really good for Ayangsa and Impulsives. Both had 0 kills up until that point of the game. 6-0-9 for Ayangsa and 5-0-2 for Impulse. So it was a really, really good first game for them. I definitely didn't expect it to be that one-sided. I mean, there was a lot of good gameplay coming in from Aatrox, Yasuo, and his first Yasuo on the side of Calm Legends. But everywhere else, it was just kind of a little bit more lacking. And like you said, it could be just because of the crazy champions that were picked and the really good synergy on the side of Team Cosmic Remix.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good score lines. And I feel like I said, unfortunately, Calm Legends didn't get the early game far enough. So it's kind of unfortunate because, I mean, they had it. They had the early game a little bit, but they needed to push it a little bit more and get more picks. Especially with the Nocturne, but just the tankiness on the side of Team Cosmic Remix really did the job, and the scaling also did the job with Ayangsa being an absolute menace, and like you said, the Jin going deathless as well as Ayangsa, definitely a good performance from them. But we're going to take it to a quick break. When we're back, we might have a game 2 on the way, so don't go anywhere. We'll see what happens.
All right, welcome back, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and Wookie Monster here, and we are going to be hopping in here to draft number 2 in just a moment. After a pretty exciting game number 1, it did end a little bit abruptly, and we apologize about that. But do not worry, we are here going to bring you an action-packed game for game number 2. I mean, looking at game number 1, Team Cosmic Remix is in a really good position, really, really strong position. They had a ridiculous first game. The Vlad was super, super strong. I
Yep.
mean, I expected it to be a menace, the later the game went, but he took over right from the beginning. I know First Blood did go on over to, if I'm not mistaken, that was Aatrox. It was NA first Yasuo there. And then next Chubby went ahead and got one right back, and then from there just kind of spiraled out of control for Cosmic
True.
Remix. But
Yep, and we are gonna get straight into draft. So definitely a good showing from Team Cosmic Remix. A little bit of interesting gameplay from Call of Legends. They definitely had it in the first half, but unfortunately just got outscaled. And it looks like Team Cosmic Remix is still going for the Trundle here on the
I,
bans. I don't expect any change really.
yeah.
Unfortunately, Com Legends will lose all of their bans per the rulings. So they're just gonna have to wait out the timer, and we're just gonna have to wait here. Kind of talk about how they can bring this back though, because sure they do lose all their bans, but Team Cosmic Remix I feel like didn't have a solid early game. They started to fall a little bit to prey to, for instance, I think a lot of it had to deal with NA first Yasuo's Aatrox. That was definitely a menace, and they had to deal with him appropriately, and they did. But it was kind of later in the game. He started to get a lot of trade kills on Chovy, and then just kind of succumb to the rest of Team Cosmic Remix's team. So I'm
Right.
curious to see how they're going to navigate without any bans. It's going to be definitely incredibly hard to do that.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts? What do you think? I mean, one ban they did change was Vex. So what do you think about that?
I mean, Vex did prove to be a huge problem, especially for that full engage. Like you said, they all have to kind of run at you for their comp to work. And her having that disperse, that giant AoE fear, really worked out well for their team for a little bit of that game at least. But they obviously just were just too strong at that point where when the fear did wear off, or they had enough tenacity at that point to
It's
where
true.
the fear wouldn't last as long, and they were just able to get right back to it. And you know, it proved to be enough of a like annoyance though to deserve a ban in my opinion, because she had a lot of really good engages. Her ulti
Oh
range is
yeah.
kind of ridiculous. And like we talked about, that assassin type style, like the Nocturne Vex combo would have been really nice. And the reason why I called the Dark Seal a gamble, and it ended up being in the favor of Vlad, I don't personally like it, even though I'm not a mid laner at all. So my opinion is like this small on it overall. And here comes the Hecarim pick first off, so we knew that was gonna come through. Like, we
Yeah,
definitely knew that
Ponyboy
one.
is gonna bring out the Hecarim. Definitely looking to team fight here. So, and with the Trundle ban, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. I wonder what they're gonna go with. Looks like the Jin. They might even throw back. Oh, they're
Ooh,
gonna go with the Caitlyn. Okay. Yeah, definitely a good change up from last game. I did think that the Caitlyn on Team Cosmic Remix, was definitely making a stand in the bottom lane.
nope,
Even though
you have that
no,
switched.
I mean, even though that Jin and Nautilus did get ahead
Oh yeah.
during the later stages of the game, I think that the pressure allowed them to get the two dragons at the beginning of the game.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
then it just kind of fell apart because the rest of Team Cosmic Remix were ganking constantly down bottom lane. I mean, even Momo came up with the Nautilus to mid lane as well as uh, uh, geez, blanket on the name. Next Chovy came up to the
Yes.
mid lane and ganked. I mean, that was a 4-man gank. They were all around the map. So I definitely think the Caitlyn is a strong pick, but once the rest of the map gets ahead, it's really hard for Caitlyn to operate, especially with the long range abilities of Jin. So it looks like a lot of changes coming out this draft. A lot of interesting picks here. Sivir Pike, we don't see that too often. And the Diana actually is let through here for Calm Legends. Invasive, definitely a flex pick between him and send Aaron. So
Yes, sir.
we'll see where that's going. I like it as a flex pick. I think it's a very good flex pick, and she's pretty strong right now. But going through these bans, I mean, it's so unfortunate that Calm Legends are losing these bans. But you know, so far the draft is very interesting because there's a lot of movement speed on Team Cosmic Remix, and that is what they're going for. But the Pike throws me a little bit off. But I think that the Pike is a good roaming support. He definitely wants to help other lanes and let Sever just farm, and because she has a massive pushing potential. So we'll have to see how Calm Legends bot lane maneuver this one. In the case of, if Pike's roaming, well, we have to engage, and that's kind of what they did last game, even though it didn't work out too well for them.
Right. And I like the poking comp from the Silver Pike. Like they don't have to have a lot of pressure, you know, to do anything. They have a great wave clear.
Yeah.
Most of the time she picks up 5 or 6 of the minions if you're really good with Sivir. I expect TCR to be really good with Sivir. Specifically Impulsive's, ability that we saw from last game, not dying as well. That was a huge
Yeah.
feat. With the Jin. That was pretty ridiculous. And, Pike, if there is any kind of engage from the Nautilus, which obviously there will be, and the Diana, then he goes ahead, gets the pullback and the stun, and it looks like it is going to be Diana mid with the Nocturne jungle Pixel. Aaron is going to pick up
Okay.
that Nocturne again.
Once
Uh,
again,
and
redemption arc. It's the
yeah,
redemption arc.
redemption. There's a big history of mental reset here with team
Yeah.
gap games. So game number one has literally no effect on how game number two is going to play out. So Akali though being picked up by
Wow.
Iongsa, I like
Wow.
that. If we liked him on the Vlad, let's see what he's gonna do with the
Oh,
Akali.
these are very spicy picks. I mean, holy moly. Darius Akali. I
Oof.
think it's really good that they have Sivir with them
Yeah.
because Darius can now be enabled to just run at everybody's face and do
Oh,
things.
more so than he
100%.
already does.
Yeah, more so than he already does. It wouldn't surprise me if he took Ghost, even to Ghost Flash. Definitely
Exactly.
a good summoner spell setup for them. But now we have the full teams, and predictions are live. So go ahead and either put your chail points to the hot tub stream and predict to get some more points so that you can keep on getting points or channel points for that stream in the summer. But yeah, who do you think is going to take this game according to the draft here?
Right. Only because they have just that unfortunate handicap of no bans. I'm gonna go with the side of TCR. The Hecarim play. I didn't expect to see it, and now they're in a perfect position to play it. So they're definitely going to be playing it, and that's Ponyboy's strong suit. We saw how effective he was on the Udyr, who was like a speed monster
Yeah,
on the last game. Hecarim is 3 times that. Combining that with a Sivir is going to be ridiculous. Like they have all sorts of movement speed on the side of TCR. And I like their comp overall. Darius is going to get people low enough to execute. Pike is there to follow up with the execute. Sivir is going to do all the damage. She doesn't have to get up close. The people
right,
that can go into the back line, like Nocturne, they have enough peel to protect, anyone important like the Sivir or the Akali, but she's going to be diving in anyways. So there's a lot in favor of the side of TCR, personally through just draft itself.
that's true. And yeah, I think I have to go with the same. I think TCR has a little bit more setup when it comes to the all-in fights, especially with the. I think the Sivir makes the hugest difference in this
Yeah.
because now Darius is enabled, now Akali is enabled. Like team fights are going to be a breeze with Hecarim,
Mm.
but on the other side, I do think there is hope for Invasive to pop off on this Diana and let Gangplank and his first Yasuo scale a little bit. And Nocturne, all really he has to do is kind of put up early front, like just like last game, but push it a little bit more. Scenario, we know you got this.
Yeah.
So I do think though Team Cosmic Remix have the late game. They have the necessary champions to get through. So
Right. But Com Legends, Gangplank, we've seen a lot of damage from Gangplank players. That's someone very late game who's going to be a huge problem. Diana is another one of those examples. Remember
It's
the
true.
backdoor from Gold League? Actually, I think it was Team Brown and Team. It was
Ooh,
Duck. It was Duck who actually won it. He was the Diana player, and he just it was at the Dragon. Remember they were getting Elder,
I
and
don't
then
remember this.
Duck went ahead and soloed mid lane. He had enough attack speed and damage, took down mid tower, inhib, got both Nexus towers, and then backdoored the entire game. It was ridiculous. It
I
was a huge
feel like I
highlight.
remember. I feel like I remember it, but
So
it just escapes my mind because every time we talk about Duck, I just think of Katarina.
yeah, good point. But most of the time that gets banned. We never see that. So.
Yeah, yeah,
But I definitely can see that caliber of playstyle coming in from Com Legends as well, and Nocturne with the paranoia is just going to be huge. And if Caitlyn can be more effective this game, I like the Gale Force pick. It's just, against so many tanks, I think Kraken would have been a much better selection at that point, for that game. You have
okay.
a point and click ulti from Nautilus. You can get as far as you want. It's still going to hit you, and then they have all that gap closing and all that speed. You just wasted all of that for nothing, in my opinion. So it's just
Yeah,
like,
I think I'm definitely looking at the mid lane here. I really want to see Ionxa
ooh,
and Invasive go at it because these are two volatile champions that want to get ahead of the other very early on and get leads and then go around the map transferring those leads to other players. So I'm
okay,
very curious of who's going to get ahead because Invasive has a lot of Diana play. Ionxa on the Akali just, came off of a win. So they're
huge
feeling
one.
pretty good off the Vladimir, and now it's two assassins versus each other. It just, this is gonna be intense. I want to see them battle it out.
I just think Ponyboy is going to be able to provide more support than Nocturne will early on, and then that's
Okay.
going to be able to set Akali up to either push and gain her advantage that way, so that way she can go ahead and fight solo, or it's going to be a 2v1 or 2v2 situation a lot. I expect mid lane to be the biggest pop off this game, definitely. Most
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, and I do think that the jungle mid synergy is gonna really, really shine here because Ponyboy
Absolutely.
and Ongso, that's a duel in the jungle. That's an easy win for them. But on the
Oh
other
yeah,
side, send Aaron Invasive, Diana and Nocturne, also a volatile champions to go scouting out the other jungle in. So I
that's true.
really think it really depends on positioning in the lane. Setting up for objectives, setting up for invades. This is where we're gonna see how good these players synergize with each other.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, with that, we're gonna send it to a short break. But when we're back, it's gonna be game two. Can Calm Legends bring it back? We'll have to see. Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back everybody to game number 2 for Calm Legends versus Team Cosmic Remix. It is once again your boy
30
Rylionn
seconds
and
until
Wookie
minions
Monster here
spawn.
as your casters here tonight. And it looks like we have another exact same thing that we saw last game, but this time on the side of Cosmic Remix, they're going to invade. And I believe they're going to stick around this time and try to pick up a first early blood. But little do they know, Calm Legends has the 5-stack of their own inside their red buff. So
Yeah,
exactly the same as
just
last game.
just mirroring each other. It's okay.
Yep.
We like that. We like that because I
Minions
mean,
have
now
spawned.
both junglers are gonna know where the other one is going. And like I said earlier, this is a very volatile mid jungle duo setup here. So we're gonna take a look at some of the runes here. Ioxa actually went Conquer here, which I actually really like on Akali when you're facing mid lane matchups, because especially with Diana, because Diana is favored in this matchup actually.
Right.
She has a superior range and superior dueling potential. The
Okay.
only problem is Invasive took Electrocute, and I think that when you're a melee v melee matchup in mid, I think
Right.
having the Conquer means that you can live up to the duel and survive just as long as they can. And even
Okay.
though that Diana is favored in the matchup, like, you're not going to be able to burst Akali down too much. But
Yep.
a lot of
Very
action in the
nice.
bot lane here. Ooh.
Yep. Momo trying to get an early little hook off, and I kind of regretted that. Took some nice counterplay from June and Sutpit here. That range is going to be ridiculous. They do hit level 2 first. A hook does land on June. Very nice. Does get the E. Dashes forward into tower range. Very nice tower hit. Is super low. Flashes forward. Tries to get a kill on the Sutpit. But it is not going to be enough. Does eat a biscuit. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not. Double kill on over to Impulsives. And a huge lead for the side of Team Cosmic Remix. So starting off very strong, picking up where they left off from last game. And Impulsives did pick up, as we see here, the tier starting off. So didn't even have that much damage. So really big, very important kills on the side of Cosmic Remix there for Impulsives.
Yeah, definitely important kills. And I mean, this is going to escalate Sivir so much. Two
Oh,
kills
yes.
right off the bat. Caitlyn misses a wave. This is just really bad for the side of Calm Legends. But, you know, there's still a chance. Like I said, this is really jungle dependent, I think, for all these lanes. And Ace first Yasuo has to be very careful, because he is the one that is going to be poised to scale this matchup instead of be the aggressor. So, like what I'm seeing here with the kind of trying not to take damage from Darius too early, but also dishing a little bit out. Those barrels, they do a lot early on. I didn't expect that.
They are, and the grasp, rune, amazing on Gangplank, obviously. So he's gonna go ahead and try to capitalize, but Ponyboy is gonna go ahead and gank the top lane. Does take a tower hit, forces the flash flow from Yasuo or NA's first. And
Yeah.
he's gonna get that wave shoved right into him, but Gangplank
Oh.
does what Gangplank does. Oh, very nice! The flash hook, is it gonna be enough? The bleed out, the last tower hit for NA's first, and the bleed out does go through for next Chovy as well, so for a 1-for-1. And Diana is actually winning this matchup in the mid lane against Ioxa here. Very nice from Invasive. I think because that range advantage, even though they're melee, I get it, but that Q is a little bit further than the Akali has starting off. So I like that Invasive is taking advantage of that early and trying to just get her poked up and as much pressure as she can to get those minions underneath tower.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
definitely
here we go. Nice
unfortunate.
engage
Oh.
onto Ioxa, and that burst damage is ridiculous. This is the reason why she wanted to go that electrocute. She knows she can do a lot of damage. Send Aaron waiting over the wall. Does have flash available, and Momo's going to do a lot of roaming just like he did last game. Already dashed, so he doesn't have it available. So very nice. Forced the flash. Diana was Invasive. So that is a win on the side of Team Cosmic Remix there. So I do like that a lot, and just Yasuo getting poked on that bleed. But that is okay because he's poking on his own. He has a Sheen now. I very much like that, and he's just not going to run out of mana because he's got the potions available, and Chovy has to be very safe at this point in time. He has a huge power spike at his advantage.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, Yasuo is a level ahead. I don't know how exactly he got that level advantage, but okay, bot lane.
Stupid. Not Sup Pid. He's gonna go ahead and get very low, but Ponyboy is there to follow up. The ignite goes off, and that's just to go ahead and try and get June something, but Pony's able to run right out of that, and he does get the kill. Very nice. I like to see that. And meanwhile, top lane, they're just going to go ahead and poke at it. Momo's going to do a little bit more roaming here towards top side. They have no idea. Next, Chovy getting super low, though. The stun does go through, and he is going to pick up the kill. The bleed would have killed him, but Momo's going to go ahead and accidentally do a little kill steal just to secure. I know he's typing that in chat right now, quote-unquote, secure it. But, you know, I think the bleed would have gotten him. But very nice. I like the roam, just in case. You never know. That Triumph stack could be enough just to keep him over the edge there from dying.
It's crazy because this is exactly what was happening last game. The trade kills are happening and the roams from other people. And, okay.
Ooh,
Impulsives has to burn the heal. Don't know if that was necessary, but...
No, definitely not.
Yeah, and I think, you know, as much as we're harping on Calm Legends... then top side, I think the bot side is actually doing a pretty good job despite having 2 kills thrown to the other side. Axa getting a little bit Akali pressure. Might have to actually give up this first dragon, which is an Infernal. Sadly, we won't have the soul for it, but hopefully we get like an Ocean Soul or something. I mean, oh my gosh, 3-man top side here.
Oh, they're waiting. They're hungry.
Waiting.
They are hungry. They say, Gangplank, you're pissing me off. So we're sending the boys after you. And he's first stepping up a little bit too far. That's exactly what they wanted right there. Momo, Chovy, and Ponyboy, they're definitely going to run him down. He is level 6, so he does have the ultimate available. But no, the damage is coming through. He's not even going to waste anything here. He's going to try to fight, you know, last as long as possible. But Chovy's going to be the one to pick up the kill. Very nice. I think he's... Oh, I'd be fuming right now. I'd be like, okay, I found them all. And meanwhile, we have Invasive going to go ahead and engage onto Ion. So the damage is coming through just enough. The Ignite, is it going to be enough? No, it is not. Oh, flashes over the Crescent Strike and just barely gets out. Now we have Ponyboy and Momo making the way to mid lane. No mana on Invasive right now. Oh, very nice. Ulti's going to come up from Ponyboy. The Fear's going to go up. Ionsa does pick it up just barely. Sutpid and Aaron are both making their way, and he's going to pick that up. Very nice. Paranoid is going to pop off, but he doesn't have the visibility onto Ponyboy any longer, and he does walk out of there. Very nice. It's starting to get to that snowball action, but they're not out of it just yet on the side of Calm Legends. You know, they are looking okay. It's not too overwhelming. They do have the ability to come back, but the Silver Ultimate's going to go in and get popped. Flashes forward, does get the stun off. Junbi forced to flash as well. Is it going to be enough damage? No, they don't have it. Great job. Great reflexes from the side of June. I keep on calling her June B, and I'm skipping over the 11.
It's okay. A good follow-up from Momo to just, you know, he been top lane, he been mid lane, he go bot lane, he go everywhere at this point. I really like the roam potential, and now that pressure has switched on the bottom side to Team Cosmic Remix, they are going to pick up this dragon that is free as can be. And
absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting because Invasive almost had Ionsa, but
I know.
Just, I don't know if he didn't see what just happened top lane. I mean, there was 3 people of Team Cosmic Remix up there.
That's true.
There's only one other place they're gonna go after that, and if they see Invasive low on health, low on mana after that, they're gonna go there, right?
Oh yeah,
100%, and that's what they did, and it was a good transition smoothly for Team Cosmic Remix to roam down that way. It looks like the Rift Herald is taken up by Calm Legends, so good response, good trade of objectives there. Sen Aaron is going to get spotted out on this ward. And, okay.
The Ghost is going to go and get popped off. Next, Chovy's going to go and get feared underneath this tower. Momo making his way to the top side. He is everywhere this game. Flashes. Is he going to be able to get the blasting cone? Yes, he is. But right into Ionsa's arms. Misses the E, but doesn't matter. Q is going to go ahead and secure that. Very nice. Ponyboy is going to go ahead and turn his attention onto Invasive. Going to run him down. flashes from both of them are going to go off. Momo, though, on the hunt. Dashes on over to the mini. Is it going to be enough? No, the ultimate's going to go off. Great pull from Momo, and Momo's going to actually pick up the kill. Impulse is now alone onto the bot lane. Both use their ultimate. She is able to run out of there. Impulsives has to use the ulti of his own. Oh, nice hook underneath tower from Subpid, and June the ignite. Yes, it goes through. Subpid picking it up. Very nice, but now they use too much, and it is going to probably be a double kill. Oh, misses the ultimate. Momo, that's highly unfortunate. Junbi is going to be picked off, though, by Ionsa. Ponyboy is going to pick off Nautilus, and that is going to be 2 more kills on over for the side of Team Cosmic Remix. Very nice, just roaming from Momo. In my opinion, they're my MVP right now. Like, hardcore crushing. I hope VCL is taking notes, because this is what you want every support to be like if you're an ADC.
Yeah, this is disastrous for the side of Calm Legends. I mean, just the roamings. Oh man, they're so beautiful. And look here.
Ponyboy's gonna go ahead and take the blue, but at what cost? It's gonna be costing him his life. Yes, it is. Down he goes, and a huge shutdown for Invasive. Ponyboy, what were you doing up there? It was not worth it, my friend.
Oh no!
The guillotine almost gets him next. Chobi, but is the blade gonna be enough? Yep.
The level up. Oh! The level up. It you know, it always comes down to that level up. Whenever your back's on the bleed, you just have to kill some minions to get that lucky level up.
Oh, the orange got you.
Yep.
He had enough. He had enough.
Oh man. He's playing a dangerous game though.
I was like, still. Now he is putting his feet by the fire. Yep, Ionsa says like, don't worry, I got you. The shot's gonna pop through. Next Shovi's gonna just take about 1 tower hit. Gets the ignite off, but he had plenty of health left. Invasive, though, doing a follow-up of their own, does get the Q. Very nice timing from Ionsa. That was beautiful. Could have been any better. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Rooted Momo stepping up a little bit too far. The execution's gonna come through in just a moment. Does get it. Very nice. Shares the gold. Invasive is going to be collapsed on a 3v1 situation in the top. The ultimate comes through from Ponyboy, and Ponyboy is going to pick up the kill. 14-5. They are just taking their wins and running with it. The ultimate misses from Momo onto June there. She is able to get away, but so much happening everywhere. Just no one is able to rest. No one is safe, even underneath your own tower. Yep. Yasuo is just not able to prevail. It is so unfortunate.
And this speaks, you know, I was talking about jungle mid synergy here, but this is team-wide synergy here. The coordination is just so impressive this game, and I think it actually is better than last game for Team Cosmic Remix. They're kind of feeling in the element here, and unfortunately for Calm Legends, they're just falling apart because of all these roams that are happening. You know, whether it be vision, you know, it's very hard to come back from this when you're so behind, and you know, you did get Rift Herald. This is gonna get a little bit of plates over only to Aaron though, which is interesting. It didn't quite reach Yasuo. Would have loved that gold. But yeah, this is just really falling further and further behind for Calm Legends. They're 6k gold behind. It's just so sad to see. You do have, you know, Gangplank scales, but look how far behind he is in CS. I mean, their entire team is a little bit behind in CS across the map. And that does mean that I do think that Team Cosmic Remix have this dragon coming up. It is not going to be contested, I feel like. Calm Legends just don't have the damage, don't have the tankiness quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, they have the poking capabilities coming in from the Impulsives just to really deter them from coming on over to this side. They're like, you don't want any of this at all. Nice big barrels coming in, though, from the side of NA's first Yasuo onto Chovy there. He's going to wait in that bush strat. Does match him in levels. Ghost is going to go to get popped. He's ready to full engage right now, but he's doing a great job of kiting him. Next, Chovy's able to land a little bit of his stacks, but no, we have send Aaron. He's going to follow up with the paranoia. Is he able to get away, though? Gangplank still has ultimate. Can use it. Oh, no, he doesn't have ultimate. Oh! I'm so sorry. No, he has just a couple more seconds left on it.
Oh, no.
Ionis is going to go ahead and try to roam up just to get the deterrent off of them, and he is able to be enough. The 2v3 is not going to be enough. Oh, the hook does land from Supid, but unstoppable is Hecarim. They are going to dive underneath tower. Momo's going to pick up the kill onto the Nautilus, and the Caitlyn's going to fall as well to Ponyboy, and that they are just They're not letting any
Oh
breathing
my
room whatsoever.
gosh. Yeah,
Nowhere.
that was such a good bait from Chovy. He baited right as he was he turned a little bit, and that told Aaron, hey, he's gonna go inside the jungle, but no, he sidesteps, and the Q from Aaron just misses totally, and he gets away from that. Beautiful and well done from Chovy there to get away.
Absolutely amazing. Just teamwork, synergy overall. Like, they are just playing at a very high caliber level right now.
Indeed, and there's a lot of bounties for the side of Calm Legends, and I think that mechanic is very interesting because, sure, you can come back from a snowball, but if you're just this far behind, I don't think you get any, really. Like, there's no possible way you win any of these fights. What's Sutpit doing?
I don't know what you're doing there, buddy. You have a 4-level disadvantage over you right now, especially on Ionxa, who you have only a mantle for. Like, you are in no position to be like, step up, bro.
Absolutely gets out-traded there. And at least for Invasive, this bottom tower is uncontested, so they're going to pick up 1 bounty of gold for himself. But I don't know if that's going to be enough at this point. They're so far behind. Yeah, and he's going to might die to this.
He's going to pick it up, but Ionxa is going to go ahead and do a very nice engage. Forces the ulti as well, but he is not going down without a fight. The execute comes through from Momo, and just another one underneath the belt for Momo there. 5-0 and 6. I mean, impeccable gameplay. We do see a death, though, this game on Impulsives and on Ionxa this game. And next Chovy, he's also not going to give up without a fight. Lands a really nice combo here, but next Yasuo is just going to go ahead and flash underneath the tower. The Paranoia is going to come through as well, but is it going to be enough to ignite? He is not going to be able to pick it up. Darius is going to live, and meanwhile, into the mid lane here, we have a nice 2v2 situation. The Nautilus is going to pick up Impulse. Very nice shutdown. Send Aaron is next on the list. Can they go ahead and do it, though? And yes, they are going to be able to get that. Ponyboy is going to just take that one. I thought Ionxa was going to sneakily kill that one, but I don't know if he had energy or cooldowns or what was up with that, but I thought he was going to throw out some shurikens or something.
And yeah, the Rift Herald is going to be popped here. This is going to give a huge advantage to the jungle on the side of Team Cosmic Remix.
Ooh.
This is looking very, very doomed for Calm Legends. The only way they can pull this back is really if they pull all the resources into the late game Yasuo. I mean, he's been doing really good on the gangplank here, despite being behind. And the barrels have been clean. He only has 1 item, though, and it's so sad to see because Darius is just, you know, kind of trampling with the Stride Breaker, the Ghost, and the Flash. He's been trying to get help from Ponyboy, who has been doing a great job roaming everywhere, as much as the rest of the team has been. A little bit more gold in the pocket of Yasuo, at least.
Yep.
This turret.
I mean, that's all they can really do is try to get, like, these objectives like you were pointing out earlier. It is a different dynamic of the game, and it does try to, you know, set them up for success, but I just think it's just a team differential at the moment. And Momo's going to land a very nice hook, but they're going to go ahead and turn their focus, and that is the shutdown that they wanted to get right there. Ponyboy said this is for you, and he's going to pick up a kill onto their support. Chovy's actually going to go ahead and pick that one up. My apologies, but Subhid and the rest of them did a very nice job of picking up Momo there. Stepped up a little bit too far, gave 800 gold on over to Nautilus. Unfortunate person to get it, though. That sucks so much.
It really does. He has 3 kills, and that is not what you want to see. On
3 of 7. Oh,
3
no.
of 7. Uh-oh.
Paranoia is going to go in onto the top lane here. Ionxa is going to be taking on Aaron 1v1. He's going to just save his ultimate for the last little bit here. There he goes, going to land it. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, also some action happening. Doesn't matter. Back to top lane, the 2v1, the ace in the hole, and no shutdown on over. Caitlyn cannot catch a break. She needs some gold. Help her, please, a little bit. That shutdown would have been so perfect for her.
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit better for the for the gangplank at this point. I mean, like I said, you'll want to funnel your resources into the only person that's doing pretty well despite the odds in this game. That's all you can really do at this point. And gangplank, you know, like I said, The barrels have been clean. The damage has been clean, and he did go for a Prowler's Claw, which is very interesting. I don't necessarily think that is the way to go this game, but you know, I could be wrong. I maybe he really wants to kill Pyke or Sivir before they even get a chance to do anything in these fights. But I mean, you're just not going to survive all this damage and CC that's coming your way from specifically Hecarim. I mean, the rest of the team doesn't really have a lot of CC besides Pyke, but even then, like, Pyke is very far ahead. He's going to be doing a lot of damage. So how are you going to defend against all 5 of them if they just, you know, gang up on you? Like, kind of what they're doing now.
I mean, the only thing that they can kind of a little bit hope for is like a tight pitch pick, right? And I mean, as like a whole team, Ioxa is doing a lot of damage to Invasive here, trying to just get him off. It looks like, yep, they're gonna go ahead and start the Baron. I would try to recommend like getting pinched like in the area right above Baron, like right where that red ward's at. Or in this area right here. Like, this is where they want to be trying to get these picks. That's where Diana's going to be the most effective. She's going to be able to pull everybody into one spot. You can try to combo that on in with the Gangplank ulti and the Nautilus ulti. Like, dude, that's like the most I could possibly hope for out of this team comp right now. How about you?
Yeah, I think picks are the way to go, but it's super hard when you have a disadvantage on the map, and specifically top side and bot side. Like, look at them. They're just in their jungle. They have all the vision in the world.
At all. Sutpid stepping up too far. Ooh.
They really. Oh, okay.
Momo missing the engage there. Sutpid not. He's not going to get executed by the ultimate, but Paranoia's going to go ahead and land very nice engage on the impulses right there. Invasive is going to go ahead and follow up. Very nice. See the type hit jungle fights. This is what they wanted to do. Junbi though is going to go ahead and get picked up by Ioxa, forced to flash into the arms of Chovy. Don't know where you wanted to go, but that is all right. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Ponyboy on the hunt now for Invasive. He's going to go ahead and go underneath tower. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. Onslaught of Shadows is going to land. Naso is now on the last one on the menu. Oh, is he going to pick up that power hit? No, he is not, but now he's stuck. No, he's going to just debase.
Oh. Wait, he killed Ioxa. It's just him and Chovy. He did?
Oh my god.
It's just him and Chovy. Oh, he misses the barrel. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh. Oh no.
I don't know what's going on right here. They are just not respecting it. It's just a graceful fight, but I think Chovy...
he waited too long.
Yeah. Oh, Ponyboy's gonna keep on running him down and he's gonna get the kill. It was a gentleman fight and Ponyboy said, nah, this is war, bro.
This is war. Oh, man. Unfortunately, now Baron is on the table, especially since Calm Legends' most powerful member is down. But if they can get a little bit cleaner of a team fight, I mean, Invasive wasn't even, you know, at the beginning of that fight. I feel like if Invasive was there at the beginning, they would have had it. They would have had it. They were doing a lot of damage collectively together as a group.
Yeah.
But now we have Baron looking to steal here.
Alright. A lot of ultis available on the side of Cosmic Remix. And send Aaron's gonna go ahead and start the Paranoia. They have so many wards, but no vision. It's crazy.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
I know. Oh, they're gonna go flies over the nice steal on over the side of Aaron. And everyone's gonna go ahead and engage, but are they gonna be able to make it out with the Baron? No, they are not. They picked it up, and it's gonna be 4 kills immediately. Yasuo was the only surviving member because he wasn't there immediately inside the Baron pit. And a 4-for-0 pick for the side of Team Cosmic Remix.
Oh my god! Wow!
Huge damage on the side of any first Yasuo, but the ace on over. The guillotine's gonna be popped. That was great. Wow. He tried to do what he can. That was blood. That needs to be clipped. And his first Yasuo.
Oh my god.
I commend your efforts, my friend. He slowed them down.
He definitely slowed them down. And I mean, props to Aaron. He actually got the steal off, even with the delayed. So it was beautiful gameplay from Team Cosmic Remix to slow DPS. They had Baron at like a quarter health. All they had to do was slow damage and not damage Baron at all and wait for the Paranoia. But Aaron got it anyways, which is so impressive. And now they're going to go for another fight here. Looking at the health bars, not looking too good for Team Cosmic Remix.
No, Calm Legends is definitely in a good situation to take this right now, but I don't know. We've seen a lot of things happen here tonight, so I am not willing to say that this is not the only time. Okay, they did secure it. Very nice. They didn't want to risk too much.
10K behind. They're taking objectives. 10K behind, and they're still taking objectives. This is crazy.
I mean, like you said, that gold that was funneled that Akali shut down earlier onto the gangplank was ginormous. He has 3 finished items now. He does some serious
He's got
damage.
the armor penetration. Yeah, I think that is the main part. I mean, you have Hecarim, you have Darius. They're all building armor pretty much. I mean, Akali's getting Azonias now. It's going to do so much to the squishies and the tanks on their team. This is really good from the side of Yasuo. I think they definitely still need to funnel every single resource they possibly can into Gangplank because he's just a menace, blowing up everybody.
Absolutely, and another Lord Doms that looks like it's going to be picked up here for Caitlyn as well, which she definitely needs. A great hook landed by Sutpid. He's becoming a tanky monster right now. Great Drudge line as well is going to land, but they are going to go ahead and get away.
That is Sivir ult popped.
Ooh.
So a little bit of a good thing for the side of Calm Legends. They just have to really wait to see where the barrels land here, and vision is so important because we're Sutpid.
Sutpid is just going to go ahead. He's going to do a very nice job of baiting them into the bushes there, and are they going to have enough damage? I like the engage. So much is happening. Ponyboy's going to go ahead and get shut down by Gangplank. Yes, they do have it. Akali, though, Ionx is going to go ahead and pick up a double kill. Very nice heal. Caitlyn's going to try to go away. Ionxa making her way back to the mid lane there. Next Jovi's able to go ahead and sustain, keep a lot of damage, absorbs the ace in the hole to keep next Jovi alive. The guillotine's going to go off twice, but they do pick up the kill. Ionxa now versus June. I don't know if she wants to be in this situation. The only 2 surviving members left. I'm definitely going to go ahead and give this, but the crits are coming off real big, and it gets super close. Ionxa down to 20% health. Flashes back, gets a lot off, misses the Q. Unfortunate, doesn't have ace in the hole, so she has to go ahead and be safe.
No.
Ionxa is not stepping up into that. Wow, the RNG gods in favor right now to June because she landed so many crits there. Insane indeed. They're able to at least pull off almost an ace on the side of Calm Legends. Like, even 10K behind, 10,000 gold behind, and they're still able to pull this off. This is incredible gameplay coming from Calm Legends this game. And I mean, all they really have to do is wait for Gangplank to get more items. He's working on the Infinity Edge. He's almost there. Can they do it? Ionxa is just... He is doing a lot right now for the side of Cosmic Remix. I mean, Ponyboy, Chovy, everyone has to give it to Ionxa. The roams are just impeccable. But, I mean, Ponyboy, speaking for himself, 25 kill participation out of 37. Most out of anybody else on his team. You know, he's doing a tremendous job of just getting everyone else set up. Look at the scores: 8-3, 9-4, 5-5, 6-3. Like, Pyke, Momo. It's so difficult to pick. So many good MVP caliber players on the side of Team Cosmic Remix. Their synergy is just impeccable as a team.
But the game is not over yet. I really want to see how this one plays out. It's so incredibly not close and close at the same time. I mean, both of these teams are definitely duking it out, and we'll see which one comes out on top. Next Dragon is about a minute. I'm not really sure why they're hanging out in the bottom lane here. Baron is about to be up in sooner than Dragon. Mid lane is being pushed. I wonder if they're just trying to do the same thing. Will Calm Legends be able to pull off the bait again, or are they just running at them? Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. I mean, you definitely don't want to walk into Impulsive's boomerang there. 100% don't want that.
Oh man, this is very tense. Any wrong misstep will cost the game here.
Love June's...
It's just a dance.
Little Trail of Tears setup over here of traps. Oh, very nice. Hex Splash does land the hook on to Momo, though. Okay, Sivir's going to go ahead and pop the ultimate. Very nice. So that's 2 very important ultimates. Gangplank and Sivir both down.
All right, Dragon's up, but towers are pushing. I think, okay.
Okay, here we go. Very nice. The Paranoid's going to go ahead and go off. They're going to focus down Ponyboy as much as they can. First, very nice flat forward, but Invasive is going to go ahead and pop the Zonius. Almost dies. Or no, sorry, does die immediately. I'm looking at the wrong team. I apologize. Send Aaron, though, is going to go ahead and do a backup. 2 guillotines back-to-back. Double kill on over for next Toby. And down they fall. Double kill. Now on over to Iongsa. And 5 members down. They get team gapped from Team Cosmic Remix. And I think this is going to be all she wrote. This is a 25-second timer. Invasive, I thought he popped the Zonias, but I was mistaken. It was actually on the side of Iongsa who popped the Zonias, so my apologies.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, I think that Calm Legends just overstepped, right?
Oh, yeah.
They needed to wait for the barrels to come out, but they didn't give any time for Yasuo to come and get those barrels. So that is going to be game 2 going over to Team Cosmic Remix. And what a beautiful game both of these teams played.
Yeah. This game was a ridiculous one. I know the score was 42-19, but the gameplay, it might as well have been, 19-19 because that
it was so
just
close.
Absolutely ridiculous.
My gosh.
Great job from Calm Legends. Yeah, they were far behind, but they seriously pulled out there towards the end. And I thought they were actually going to go ahead and get it for a moment, but
I thought so too. They almost had it for a minute there, but wow, that was such a great game. And we could take a look at the damage charts here. Oops, let me pull them up. Cause it's glitched. Wow, look at that glitch. Classic Riot. All right, I guess we're not looking at damage charts.
Yeah. Nope,
Interesting.
not happening.
Must be a bug. Yep, it must be a bug. Classic Riot, but I guess we're gonna just go straight into too much. That Gangplank was just popping, but they didn't get enough setup for the Gangplank at the end of the game there to allow Yasuo to pop off again like he did in those several team fights. But now we go on to MVP.
Yes,
this is a hard one. This is a pretty hard one, I think, because I think all of Team Cosmic Remix did really well. But what are your thoughts? What do you think?
I said it once, I'll say it again. Momo with those roams. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ponyboy was very impactful. Huge impact all over the map in every single lane. But you don't expect the support to also be equally, if not more impactful in that fight game, just all over the place. Nautilus, all over the place. I mean, there wasn't one game where Momo wasn't in every single person's face, starting very, very early off. So that allowed the experience to go ahead and be solo for Impulsives. And Impulsives was just skillful enough to go ahead and do that 2v1 without getting caught out. We saw very little deaths. So, it's a very thin line between each of the members here for MVP, but I personally am going with Momo.
Okay, fair enough. I really liked the gameplay from Ponyboy and Iongsa. I don't know. I feel like the first game was it was okay, but I think I'm gonna give my MVP vote to Ponyboy. I think he played it really well.
That's true.
Especially with the Hecarim. I mean, it's getting the whole team to rally behind him to the different lanes. That was very good. There was just so much good timing in that, and knowing where the jungler's at certain times, like it was just a recipe for success for them.
Absolutely.
But it is up to y'all to go ahead and put in your MVP votes. Looks like 3 are going over to Ponyboy so far. Yeah. I think everybody has gone to bed on the side of VCL. Or on the side of Team Cosmic Remix and Calm Legends. So we don't see them in the voice channels anymore. So we're not going to be able to do an interview, but we can at least shout out the MVP for the night. So put in your votes now. We got 2 votes for Momo, 3 for Ponyboy. I think Ponyboy did a very excellent job in the jungle. Even in the first game, I think the first game was definitely a lot cleaner from the side of TCR. I mean, they made so many mistakes in the second game that almost brought Calm Legends back. But so it's kind of easy to see their coordination from the second game. They definitely had the early game that time. They didn't have the early game in the first game though, but they definitely had it this time. But kind of stumbled in the late game, which is interesting. Very interesting gameplay.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of what Gangplank does, though. Is no, I'm not in a new room, but just different camera angles, and it's cleaner. Uh, but Gangplank just with that huge damage, like you said, the only one that's winning on that team, funnel all the gold to them, and they're gonna go ahead and at least give you a sliver of hope to run with, and they definitely proved to be that sliver of hope for quite some time, actually, way longer than I thought that they would last. It was four members down to four members down. Caitlyn, I thought, was almost going to get it, but she didn't want to get too close to the Akali, even though she did have that advantage, and the RNG gods were definitely in her favor at that point in time. But
That's
I don't
true.
blame for not wanting to overstep her boundaries.
And I mean, Chovy did a really good job surviving
Oof.
against NA's first Yasuo. I mean, stumbled in the first game versus Aatrox a little bit. Was getting traded kills. At least was getting traded kills throughout. And then the second game, it was just gangplank all the way. But it looks like Ponyboy is gonna be
Ponyboy.
MVP of the night,
Yeah,
and
let's go.
I don't think we have him for an interview. Sadly enough, I went ahead and asked in their chat. But yeah, it was definitely well deserved MVP vote, and I'm definitely excited to see what Team Cosmic Remix brings from now on. Because looking at their gameplay, I mean, this is high level gameplay. This is good coordination from the entire team. I think. I mean, if I could give MVP to the whole team, I think I would,
Oh,
because they just played it
absolutely.
absolutely well. So, but yeah, congratulations to them on the 2-0. Do you have any final thoughts? I mean, that was kind of it. There's really we don't have an interview, unfortunately, but we do have a great set of games on our hands.
I definitely think game two, even though there was that, like I said, that handicap of no bans for the side of Con Legends, they still showed like, okay, we don't even have to have those to be a contending team. So yeah, I hope they don't get discouraged, coming out of week two here, going into week three.
Right.
They still are a very strong team. They may have to work a little bit more on just the draft overall because they were each individually, very decent players, but their team members didn't really work together. The champions themselves did not come together to actually prevail. Meanwhile, on the side
Yeah.
of Team Cosmic Remix, they all stacked very well on top of each other. The Sivir ultis to go ahead and speed up the Hecarim and the Pike. I know Hecarim probably wouldn't have been there if they could have helped it, but just that kind of example, or just that for example. So
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of good picks. Like said, Aaron did Nocturne twice. I mean, he didn't do terribly bad. It was just the I think the coordination, like you were kind of saying, was a little bit off. I mean, Invasive definitely played a good Diana. Had a lot of pressure during the early stages of the game, but just couldn't get the team fight that they needed. And yeah, I think going forward, we're excited to cast more of these VCL games. I mean, this was the first showing of VCL, so woo woo. We
yes,
got
absolutely.
but we do have more games. Tomorrow and Friday are going to be the PCL Division 1 and Division 2 respectively. And I believe tomorrow we have a few games scheduled at the normal time of 8 p.m. Eastern. We have Relinquished Renegades versus Sitting on Wards, and we
Hmm.
have confirmed Counter Target Spell versus University of Montreal. I think you wanted to cast that one,
I
actually.
did. I really did. I
Okay,
thought that one
well,
was going to be a really good game, but you know, depending on availability and things along those lines, do you want to cast that one? Because I really do.
I think let's see, Thursday at 2100 Eastern. What is 2100 Eastern? What 8
Nine.
p.m. 9? Okay, 9. So definitely come back here at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow because that's gonna be a banger. We're gonna see counter target spell. I think for the
Hmm.
second time against or second time streamed, and we're gonna see University of Montreal play, who are kind of on the back foot. Counter target spell has been taking a lot of 2-1s,
Yep.
so definitely come on out. And until then, that's it. You got any more shout outs you want to do,
Oh
Rylionn?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Shout out to my dog, Grand Theft Auto. I just gotta show off the merch real
Woo!
quick. I mean, he went ahead and just dropped it. Definitely look at
Let's
his
go.
sexiness right here. I mean, look at him. The beard so chiseled, the arms so big. He is just he is a god amongst men. So shout out to my dog, Grand Theft Auditor here. Congratulations, proud of you, man. And yeah, that was it.
All right. Well, with that, we're gonna see here tomorrow, and everyone out here, thanks for joining us for the first night of stream VCL. We'll see you here tomorrow.
Absolutely. Peace.